rule, release the Epstein files, and don't try to distract us and say that the reason we can't protect girls in our country is because I'll ask for another 30 seconds.
Yes.
Gentleman's recognized. 30 seconds.
And don't tell us we can't release the Epstein files because you hate Joe Biden or because you hate leftists. People on the right, people on the center, everyone who wants to protect girls in America says release the Epstein files now. I yield back.
It's simple. Period. It doesn't matter your political affiliation. If you're a creep, I'm sorry, it's time to pay the piper. And I'm sorry, your money should not be able to protect you. And I want everyone to understand this because I think the vote was confusing. Sorry, why can't I make this bigger? Oh, there we go. So on this vote that was happening, right? A yes, if you voted yes on it, that a yes is the opposite of releasing the Epstein files. A yes blocks us from even debating the Epstein files, protecting, essayers. A no allows the debate to continue, and a vote on the files being released. That's what we were trying to do. So the no votes were the people that were saying, stop trying to block us. We're trying to we want to debate the release of the Epstein files, and we want to force a vote on the floor. Oh God, now we have to get into the worst of it. And the truth is so even Ralph Norman, Ralph Norman voted to release him in the Rules Committee at 2 a.m. Unanimously. Republicans voted to not release the Epstein files yesterday. Every single one of them.
On this vote, the yeas are 211, the nays are 210. The previous question is ordered. The question is on adoption of the resolution. Those in favor say aye. Those opposed say no. In the opinion of the chair, the ayes have it.
Thank you for resubscribing, Deborah. Deborah. I appreciate you so much. And actually, I shouldn't say that. There were 9 Republican no votes, and I don't know if that's because they weren't people who weren't present, and 2 Democratic. Some people were not there, but I mean, of the people there to vote, there were. Yeah, it's like. You ran on this. You guys sat there and promised. This was the one thing I thought, if MAGA's doing some good in the world, here it is. This is... And I just want to throw out another idea. Chris Cuomo, because you're going to hear this, who works for News Nation, his brother's Andrew Cuomo. Maybe you've heard Andrew Cuomo is running as a third-party candidate for New York mayor. Andrew Cuomo is the new JFK Jr. Why would you, what is Andrew Cuomo doing? Listen, this is Chris Cuomo yesterday. His brother talking about the Epstein files.
And now this administration is kind of looking like more of what you oppose, that they're covering for the powerful. Now, by the way, I don't believe that that's what this administration is doing. Certainly not to cover for Trump. Those pictures online of him with Epstein and the young girl in the hand, it's fake. I can't show you the picture, and I shouldn't show it to you because it's just going to keep the fakery going. He knew Epstein. He liked Epstein. He partied with Epstein. But he also knew that he was a creep, and he took some private action against him. And I've never seen proof that ties Trump to any of the ugly, disgusting, illegal, and lascivious behavior that Epstein loved. So I actually find Trump's position on Epstein to be pretty reasonable.
Why doesn't he release the files? What? None of that makes sense. If you're saying there's a doctored photo online, sure, okay, cool story. I'm not talking about any of that. I'm talking about what I know to be in court documents already. And if that's true, which Chris Cuomo, are you okay? But if that is true, great. So you should be on our side and we should release the files. I know, or is he or is his brother? You know what I mean? What? You're making my point. if no one's done anything wrong and no one has anything to hide, and Donald Trump promised everyone and ran on this, then release them. Like, what point are you making? That's the point we're all making. Like, ugh, people, rich people. And like, God, Tim Burchett, I just want to remind you, this is the same man who tried to convince us that aliens had landed off the eastern seaboard. Remember the drone thing? And they're like, the alien drones are attacking New Jersey. That was also Tim Burchett. But at least in this, Tim Burchett's like, yeah, I don't trust the DOJ. No one should. Until we get those files in entirety and unredacted videos of Jeffrey Epstein in that prison cell, no one should trust anyone.
Should there be an investigation or a special counsel investigation?
I don't know. I'm not an attorney. I just find them guilty and hang them publicly. I mean, that's not over the top either. I'm over it. It disgusts me. I'm big on clarity and transparency, and that's a good reason people don't trust government, either party.
But you don't believe what the Justice Department is saying?
I don't know. No, I don't. I don't trust them.
Understand, Trump, the separation between the DOJ and Trump is gone. Trump made the argument, Project 2025 made the argument that the Attorney General is just another member of Trump's cabinet. All investigations and decisions should be directed by Donald Trump. And we're getting to Donald Trump gaslighting us all. But actually, let me just show you guys, because I need to kind of skip around here and show you guys a couple things. This is Trump today. Like, if you look in the headlines and everyone's saying Trump melted down in the White House, this is Trump today, lying and gaslighting everyone. Or let me put it this way. Either he was lying today or he's lied for the past 10 years. So everyone else can decide whatever they believe. It's one or the other.
He doesn't have a policy. Some lunatic around the desk had a policy. Whoever operated the auto pen had a policy, which is, by the way, I think the biggest scandal. That's the scandal they should be talking about, not Jeffrey Epstein. The scandal you should be talking about is the auto pen, because I think it's the biggest scandal, one of them in American history. So the economy is doing really well. And
it's not true either, but I mean, just be clear. He signed the J6 pardons with AutoPen, and I could go into a list of other presidents that use AutoPen. That's really not the issue here. That's the nicest thing he said. This is today with the Prime Minister of Bahrain. Just watch that guy. He's like, how do I get out of this room? Is there any way that I could not be sitting here while this happens?
Will you ask Attorney General Pam Bondi to release more documents to finally put this controversy to bed?
Yeah, whatever's credible, she can release. If a document is credible, if a document's there that is credible, she can release. I think it's good. But it's just a subject. He's dead. He's gone, and. All it is certain Republicans got duped by the Democrats, and they're following a Democrat playbook. And no different than Russia, and all the other hoaxes. They're started by the Democrats, and some Republicans, in this case I was surprised, but they got duped.
But
I go, were you duped? Were you duped? Or have you guys done more investigation into this than anyone else I've ever seen? Were you duped? Are you dumb? Or is he gaslighting you? Did he run on promising you something and now he's pretending you guys are all idiots and saying James Comey wrote the Epstein files? That's what he said today. Which one is it? Were you duped, MAGA? Or have you guys been independently investigating this for like 10 years? Which one is it? It can't be both. Are you guys idiots who were duped by him? Or is he a liar who has betrayed you?
No, it's I call it the Epstein hoax. Takes a lot of time and effort. Instead of talking about the great achievements we've had, a great gentleman yesterday, as you know, went on CNBC and he made the statement that Trump may go down as the greatest president of all in the United States. And instead of talking about the things we've achieved, we've had tremendous achievement. They're wasting their time with a guy who obviously had some very serious problems, who died 3-4 years ago. I'd rather talk about the success we have with the economy, the best we've ever had, and all of the things we've done, including the Middle East. I mean, you see it. Instead, they want to talk about the Epstein hoax. And the sad part is it's people that are really doing the Democrats' work. They're stupid people. Yeah, go ahead.
Just called you stupid people, MAGA. Everything you've done to investigate Jeffrey Epstein, to demand transparency, to have those files released, and I'll be the first people to say it, you pushed it much harder than the Democrats did, than the left did. You fought for this, and now you're stupid idiots who were duped. And Hillary Clinton and James Comey and Barack Obama wrote the Epstein files. Do you see now what you're dealing with?
Mr. President, I know you want to move past all this intrigue over the Epstein files, but I do want to ask you to clarify something you said this morning. You said this was all a hoax. Has your Attorney General told you this was a hoax? What evidence have you seen of that?
No, it's not the Attorney General. No, I know it's a hoax. It's started by Democrats. It's been run by the Democrats for 4 years. You had Christopher Wray and these characters and Comey before him. And it's a bad group. It started actually looking...
Christopher Wray and James Comey are Republicans. If this was true, now I just want to help MAGA help you through this. He's insulting you left and right. He says you're too stupid to know the truth from a lie. He's saying that 2 Republicans, one which he appointed, right, invented all this, wrote the Epstein files. So if that's true, and he knew this, and saying Pam Bondi doesn't even know, that's what you just heard him say, only I know. He's saying that then he ran on a lie. Everything he told you about releasing the Epstein files was a lie. This is the biggest betrayal of MAGA I've ever seen. But it just depends. Can you swallow it? Do you want to? Is it worth letting children not get justice because this man's covering something up?
Mr. President, I know you want to move past all this intrigue over the Epstein files, but I do want to ask you to clarify something you said this morning. You said this was all a hoax. Has your Attorney General told you this was a hoax? What evidence have you seen of that?
No, it's not the Attorney General. No, I know it's a hoax. It's started by Democrats. It's been run by the Democrats for 4 years. You had Christopher Wray and these characters and Comey before him. And it's a bad group. It started, actually, look at the Steele dossier. That turned out to be a total hoax. The 51 agents, the intelligence, so-called intelligence agents, it was a hoax. It's all been a big hoax. It's perpetrated by the Democrats. And some stupid Republicans and foolish Republicans fall into the net. And so they...
To you, MAGA, stupid Republicans, foolish Republicans fall into the net. So your life's work, all these years, you're like, we're going to get justice for the kids that were violated by Jeffrey Epstein. You're stupid and foolish.
Try and do the Democrats' work. The Democrats are good for nothing other than these hoaxes. They're bad for policy. They're bad for picking candidates that can get elected. Like in New York, we have a communist running. He may get elected too, actually, but he'll destroy the city.
I don't know. Jesus. And here we go. But he'll protect the swamp with his life, like the lobbyist that lobbies for people acting as foreign agents on U.S. soil.
Talked about it with her the left.
President, first of all, your high-ranking officials, whether it's been your FBI director or Pam Bondi, they have made some inconsistent statements in the past. We've had...
Well, I don't know. I can't speak about him, but I can say that Pam Bondi, I really think that she's done very good. She says, I gave you all the credible information.
She didn't say any of that. She said the list was on her desk. You told her to hand out binders. And she told the MAGA influencers, oh, like, hopefully I'll get you more later. This isn't it. Like, all of this, everything he's saying is a lie. Charlie Kirk talked about this on stage with Megyn Kelly and said, Jack Posobiec, who's a close friend of his, said that this is not true. So why is Trump lying?
And if she finds any more credible information, she'll give that too. What more can she do than that? I mean, honestly, what more can she do? And we do have bigger problems. You know, we have problems with millions of illegal people that came in here, and they're killers and murderers. We have 11,000.
Okay. And he just gets racist. You know, that's not the point. Here we go again. This is where he just says it. So they asked him, they're like, hey, like, you keep talking about past supporters. So basically Trump is saying, MAGA, if you don't let this go, if you try to protect kids, if you don't stop rich men from hurting, if you don't let the Jeffrey Epstein stuff go, I don't want you anymore.
Just get waylaid, but I think she's doing a great job, personally.
This morning, you mentioned past supporters when you were talking about the Epstein issue. Does that mean that you're effectively disowning any supporters who are now?
I lost a lot of faith in certain people. Yeah, I lost because they got duped by the Democrats. The Democrats are good for nothing. They've done a terrible job. They almost destroyed our country. If I just get waylaid, but I think she's doing a great job, personally.
This morning.
I mean, truly, you guys are just idiots who were duped. It's just a matter of who duped you, who lied to you, who got what he wanted. It's the same with the Hispanic vote. Oh, don't worry, I won't deport you. Just the 1,000 criminals we know, the violent criminals who are undocumented in this country. Yeah, now it's your turn, MAGA, for protecting kids. I mean, truly. This is horrific what happened. And what we keep learning in Donald Trump's presidency is if you have money, you're not a criminal. And that's what scares me the most about this. Like, if you don't have money, there's nothing to save you. The worst of the worst can happen. There's no one there to protect you. And I want to show you, like, John Ossoff, who's the junior senator in Georgia. He was doing a rally on, I don't know, Saturday, I think. Listen to what he was saying.
President Trump promised to end the wars. He promised to release the Epstein files. Did anyone really think the sexual predator president who used to party with Jeffrey Epstein was going to release the Epstein files?
I hoped he might, but yeah, no, it was foolish, admittedly. Now,
I don't want to hear another Republican member of Congress ever again pretend to care about deficits and debt. These cowards and hypocrites in the Freedom Caucus, they make their entire fake persona about cutting deficits. And then they get threatened with a primary and they fold for a Big Mac on Air Force One. So now, our kids and our kids' kids and their grandkids have $4 trillion more debt to pay down. And it's not even like it's for a good cause. It's so someone worth $50 million can buy another vacation home to visit once a year. Meanwhile, there are plenty of things that are worth public investment. I would like one of my Republican colleagues to explain why an American family has to pay $3,000 to ride a few miles in an ambulance to the hospital, when we're handing out $1 million tax breaks to the wealthiest people in the country. I want to hear them explain that. or why they're canceling the projects that actually can make a difference for hardworking people in our state.
You don't know, John Ossoff is amazing. I mean, so is Ralph Warnock, but I love John Ossoff. Like, when he gets going, man, he's the people's person. Oh, here's another. I have one more clip of him.
Now Trump is getting money from foreign businessmen under federal investigation, and his boys are all over the world closing deals right before he touches down on state visits. Eric said the other day, he said, we're the hottest brand in the world right now. It's amazing the opportunities that open up when your daddy's the president and the whole world thinks he takes bribes.
Amazing. Like, I cannot, like, just tell the people, John Ossoff, I could listen to that all day long. Like, truly. I want to just, hold on. Now remember, this is trafficking week or whatever, along with illicit substance week. And right after creepy Clay Higgins votes down releasing the Epstein files and protecting children from trafficking, he has the nerve to then say this.
Abhorrent industry of child trafficking that prospered from the open border policies of the Biden administration for 4 years, 2021, 22, 23, and 24, much to the chagrin of these people that made bank, man. We're coming after them. And this executive branch is building criminal files. So I hope they're watching, and I hope they're frightened. And I hope they're getting their affairs in order, hiring their liberal attorneys to defend them. Starting to shuffle their money around. We'll find it.
Unless you're on the Epstein list, because if you're that privileged, then no one will ever. Like, what are you talking about? That's what we're. This is, and listen, I wasn't as a victim as a child. I understand what it's like to not be believed, to like want justice. What? Like, this is like being slapped in the face. Like I said, hey, he's talking about the other ones, the people that have less money and less power, right? Because the ones at the top, the really rich creeps, they're fine. They can hurt as many kids as they want. That's what we've learned. I mean, that's what I learned today. Truly. Like, as long as if you're at the top, no, you can hurt kids. And like, okay, I've saved this for the end because I was like, I already know on YouTube, I'm going to get copyright violations for this. So I'm going to have to like cut it out from my live. But The Daily Show, I know it's supposed to be satire, but it's like, I mean, it's news and it's effing beautiful. Like, the best news I've seen on this, honestly, has come from Jon Stewart and Jordan Klepper. So I'm just saving this for the end of this. So then when I get copyright violations on YouTube and demonetized, I can cut it off and beg for forgiveness. You know, never ask for permission and always beg for forgiveness. Like, because this is the reality. You're going to love this. I just think James Comey made these clips, or, you know, it's so confusing. Did James Comey and Hillary Clinton and Obama do all of this? I used to debate about this. I used to say this and people would be like, no, we didn't. I'd be like, have you read any of the stuff in the Florida case? This is true. And I've never heard anyone say this. This is, I mean, think about probability, statistical probability. If you've ever taken a statistics class, this is real. If you don't watch The Daily Show, like, they never get anything wrong. That's a lot. He just followed a very accurate line of logic. Like, Trump, you don't wish anyone well. Like, what the are you talking about? And he was asked about that in an interview. I think I played it like a week and a half ago, where he was like, oh, I'd wish anyone well. Who do you wish? I've never seen you wish a person well. Like, can we please come back to reality about this? I know. This is the people's receipts is how, if like I used to be a teacher and if I was a teacher now, like, oh, see, not a corgi. Thank you so much. I love corgis. My brother has two and we grew up with one. His name was Walker. But This is how I would teach if I could teach now. It's like school for ADHD adults. That's what I consider the people's receipts. Like, I hated listening to someone talk, and I was like, if I could teach again, I would make it interesting. That's what I'm doing here on the people's receipts. Please follow me if you're not following me. Tap the screen. Let's get to 800K. I just want to show you one more Daily Show clip before I get a copyright violation and get demonetized, because I'm telling you, the Daily Show dropped some knowledge. Jon Stewart's one of the smartest people I've ever heard speak, and I think these lines of logic are valid. And MAGA, for once, don't get gaslit. Like, this is Trump's dream, not ours. You promised this. Do you see what I'm saying? Jon Stewart should be president. If Trump can be president, I mean, we all could, but let's just force Jon Stewart to be president. I mean, truly, is this not the truest part you've ever heard? It's hilarious, but also absolutely true. Every word of everything you heard from Jordan Klepper and Jon Stewart is absolutely true. Like Trump, how stupid do you think we all are? Like, none of this makes any sense. But again, if you stay on the side of Donald Trump, then just never again say you care about women, you care about children. Also, just understand you are backing up the largest transfer of wealth from the poor. That's us in the life raft that's sinking to billionaires. That's who you are now. Mathematically, factually, that's who you are now. I mean, period. There's no two ways about it. I want to just play another clip from Dan Goldman, because, I love Dan Goldman. This is Dan Goldman just talking about the Epstein files as well. This was actually this morning in the... Oh, wait, sorry. This is the wrong clip. Hold on a second. Oh, you guys can't see what I'm looking at, but I had the wrong clip for a second. This is today, and I'll follow. There's more stuff going on in Congress, and I'll clip it all for the people's receipts tomorrow, and we'll do this again tomorrow. I mean, I don't know if it'll be focused on the Epstein files, but this was today.
What's going on with the Epstein files? Donald Trump promised to release them. Pam Bondi said she had the files on her desk and that she was going to release them in the name of transparency. Kash Patel has spent years railing against the FBI to release the files. Many of my Republican colleagues were banging on the table to release the Epstein files. But now, all of a sudden, after a months-long review, Bondi and Patel say nothing to see here, no evidence that any American would want to see about accomplices, co-conspirators, or other people involved. Yesterday, the Republicans voted against releasing the files. So what's changed? Well, we all know Donald Trump has had a relationship with Jeffrey Epstein. He flew on his plane, he hung out at parties, spoke highly of him. And now there are many people saying that Donald Trump is included in the Epstein files. In fact, there are reporters who say that there are videos of him with topless women. Elon Musk even confirmed that Trump is blocking the release of these files because he's in them. Pam Bondi says there's nothing there, but Donald Trump even acknowledges that there is evidence there. It's just not credible. It's made up. This is a Truth Social post from 9:43 this morning. It is an admission that Donald Trump is in the Epstein files, and the American people deserve to know whether he is.
And that's the truth. I mean, that's what he said in that post this morning, is like, oh, they were made up, right? Okay, because I thought we were, it can't be both. We can't be covering them up and you're going to bring them to light, and now they are made up by the same people you said were covering them up. It is, you were lying then or you are lying now. And I'm heartbroken that this is the issue that this is happening over, because I don't give a about politics when it comes to children who've been hurt. And I honestly could burst into tears right now just thinking about it, because I care that much. But I'm glad it happened on an issue that MAGA is this passionate about, so they can finally see. It doesn't, like, this is, I know it's easy to ignore, but this was something that mattered to you. So if it truly matters as much as it matters to me, then understand who this guy is. He will say anything to anyone. He spent the day shitting on you all, saying you guys are idiots who have been duped. Nobody's done more research on this than MAGA has. Are you idiots who have been duped, or did he lie? Was he lying before and now he's gaslighting you? Or is he gaslighting you then and he's lying now? It's got to be one or the other. It can't be both. That's how logic works. Thanks for the $10 on Venmo, Michelle. Let's all get to 800K. I appreciate you guys listening to me today talk about something I'm so passionate about, but like this stuff drives me crazy. The only thing I was hoping for when Trump was elected is that we were going to figure this out. Like, I don't care I hate when MAGA's like, well, Bill Clinton's probably on there. Great. Let's round him up. Like, he's very clearly a creep. Like, my creep rated R says Bill Clinton's a creep. I mean, that's my opinion. I'm not asking anyone to join me at it, but I think he's a creep and I think he should be brought to justice. Like, anybody who is a creep and has hurt children or women should be brought to justice, period. Like, I don't care who you voted for. If you're hurting women and kids, something should happen to you. Period. End of story. Exactly. I don't care who's on the list. I just think it's very rich, very powerful people. And I just want to say, I mean, the cover up is deep, right? Like, I think it's very rich people. I don't think they're just Americans. Like, we know Prince Andrew. Like, I mean, this is about international, very wealthy people who are trying to hide something. I mean, that's it. And there's no excuse. There's no excuse. But that's what I'm trying to point out is we're living in a place where if you're poor and you have nothing, you're a criminal. If you're rich and you can pay for a cover up, hurt as many kids as you want. I don't want to live in this society. I want to live in a society where if you hurt a kid, doesn't matter how much money you have, we're coming for you. Or that was like what I wanted when I was a kid. I already know that this is the society we live in. I already know that. So I've already experienced it because when it happened to me, it was, it was a religious person. So just like the Catholic Church covers up for people like this, this was not surprising to me. I just thought because he went out of his way to run on this, maybe like we'd find something out. So, but I mean, I just want to last thing before I end this because this is making me upset. But I just want to show this thing again, this part again that I think is super important, or two things. Like, this is what Trump posted today about you, MAGA. The radical left Democrats have hit pay dirt again. Okay, I'm not going to read his like weird accusations. I want to read the part where he insults all of your brains. Their new scam is what we will forever call the Jeffrey Epstein hoax. And my past supporters, past, meaning if you continue trying to get justice for the children who were hurt by Jeffrey Epstein, he doesn't want you anymore, have bought into this bullshit. Hook, line, and sinker. They haven't learned their lesson and probably never will, even after being conned by the lunatic left for 8 long years. I have had more success in 6 months than perhaps any president in our country's history. That is easily mathematically disprovable. And all of these people want to talk about with strong prodding by the fake news and the success-starved Dems is the Jeffrey Epstein hoax. Let these weaklings, that's you, MAGA, continue forward and do the Democrats' work. Don't even think about talking of our incredible and unprecedented success because I don't want their support. He doesn't want you anymore. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Make America great again. That's what you get, MAGA. The one thing that you, for protecting kids, this is what you get. And I just want to replay because I think it has resonated in my mind since I first heard it. this clip from Jim Acosta. Like, this is the Watergate. Like, what did he know and when did he know it? That's the only question I can think about since Trump started.
Rarely has a Truth Social post lied so hard. I mean, that's my first reaction to that Truth Social post he put out last night. I mean, for years they were saying they were leading Democrats in the Epstein files. Now Donald Trump is saying on Truth Social that leading Democrats wrote the Epstein files and that they're a fake. And so, he's twisted himself into a pretzel on this. And it takes me back to that cabinet meeting that he had last Tuesday where, somebody asked the question of Pam Bondi about the Epstein files and he flipped out. And Ali, I've been around Donald Trump. I've been up close with him. I think I know when he's worried, and he is freaking out right now over these Epstein files. And it just raises the question, what is going on here? What is going on with Donald Trump and these Epstein files? We just don't know. And that's why Steve Bannon and so many others over the last several days have been saying, go ahead and release the Epstein files. Donald Trump, he's all for releasing the JFK files, the MLK files, all these other files, but not the Epstein files. And it begs the question, what gives? And Ali, the question that I had earlier this week when the Justice Department put out that memo that tried to sweep the whole thing under the rug is, did some kind of directive come out of the White House, come from Susie Wiles, Stephen Miller, or Donald Trump himself to put out that memo? And if that's the case, that ties this whole matter back to the White House. And so that's why I think the age-old Watergate question is operative here. What did the president know? Right. When did he know it?
Think about that forever. What did he know and when did he know it? And that's the real question, because he can't. He either told a lie for the 10 years from 2016 until now he lied, or he's lying now. And I can tell because I've watched every single interview he's ever given. He's freaked out, and it's freaking me out. So again, thank you guys for listening to me freak out about this. And what's so weird? I just want to point out there's no more puzzle pieces on TikTok Studio. Just pointing it out. Thank you guys so much for listening to me. I'll be back doing this to the People's Receipts tomorrow again, covering whatever the latest news is. But obviously I care way too much about this. I know it's just personal. So, okay. I'll see you guys tomorrow as close to 11:30 Pacific, 2:30 Eastern as possible. Thank you guys so much. I love you all more than you know. And thank you so much for 800K.